not there for us. He taught us how to work together and do the best we could. He is a huge factor that turned us into who we are today. He greeted every situation in his life with a smile, and he taught us how to have an optimistic attitude and a positive spirit. Family was so important to our granddad, whether it was beating us in basketball with his famous backboard shot, lighting fireworks for the 4th of July, or being our personal photographer taking pictures of our silliest faces. Although we are truly saddened by the passing of our grandfather, we are so grateful for the priceless memories we share with him. We will cherish these memories forever, and we will carry his legacy as his grandchildren. We love you so much, Granddad. As he would always say, it's never goodbye, it's see you later. See you later, Granddad. We will see you in heaven. With much love, your grandchildren.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
God is good.
All the time.
And all the time.
God is good.
Amen. We're here to talk about our Father, a giant. Y'all don't hear me? I'm here to talk about my Father, our Father, a giant. You know, if you examine our dad's political career as county commissioner, state legislature, state senator, you can say that he served his constituencies relentlessly, and he did that very well. If you examine our dad's years as a union president, Local 502, Wayne County Sheriff Department, you can say that he served those members of that union relentlessly, and he did that very well. Our father was a consummate fighter for those without a voice, and to those, his fight for them represented his best work. However, if you ask his children what he did best, we would all say that he was best at being our father. Amen. You know, there were many lessons learned, values taught, and guidance rendered from our Father to us. The lessons that he taught us were filled with patience, great patience. Look at us, great patience. Love and compassion. I often think of the time when I received, we have many examples of our Father and the things that he's done for us. But I remember one particular time, I just got my driver's permit. 15 years old, totally inexperienced at driving. My father said to me, we going out to Rouge Park. Because that's where you went. You went to River Rouge Park to take that driver's course because they had a lot of curves and turns, and he thought that was going to be the best way for me to learn. He knew that those curvy roads and those twists and those turns would be a challenge for me. However, my father also knew that he was going to be there to guide me through every step of the way. For example, I would drive and I would go outside lines, a little bit too fast, go outside the white lines. My father would pull me back in with that same patience, love, and compassion. He'd say, son, slow down. You got this. Slow down. On those occasions, he'd guide me right back in, like I said, with great patience. With that compassion, with that love, and he didn't disclose to me, but I'm sure with a lot of fear. I share this example because this is how our Father guided me and my siblings throughout our lives. If we stepped outside the line, he would pull us back with patience, great patience, love, and compassion. We are here today because of our Father.
Amen.
Our Father, the optimistic voice of reason, our biggest supporter and cheerleader, handyman, counselor, comedian, man of God. the epitome of strength and integrity. It is difficult to put into words all that our Father means to us, for there is no way to describe the depth of our love for him and his love for us. His legacy and spirit will always live through us. We are so graciously blessed that God chose him to be our Father. And then I'll say it again. My father always said to us, it's never goodbye. See you later. We will see you later, Dad. We love you.
Hello, everyone. I'm speaking on behalf of my dad today because he did have a message for all of you. Before I give you his message, though, I just wanted to start with the definition of a modern-day hero. The definition of a hero is as follows: a person who is admired or idealized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. While our dad's modesty would never allow him to ever describe himself as a hero, the following is a list of reasons why we coined this phrase for him. And you've heard some of these things before about him already, but I'm just going to remind you. One, he served as a Marine in the Vietnam War. He worked as a sheriff with the Wayne County Sheriff's Department for 32 years. He served as president of Local 502 for 7 years. He was elected as the Oakland County Commissioner and served in this position for 10 years. And during his tenure, he fought hard and won to make Catalpa Oaks Park an Oakland County Park, the first county park in southern Oakland County. Ironically, years later, I was visiting that park with my girls, and a woman who I didn't know stopped my girls and I and just started saying how, they were going to get rid of this park, but there was this commissioner who came and he saved the park, and she was so excited and just filled with so much gratitude. And so finally, I had to tell her, well, the person you're speaking of, ironically, is my father. He is the one who saved this park. He set his political aspirations even higher, which is such an example to his grandchildren. So he went back to school and earned his degree from Madonna University. From 2009 to 2011, he served as state representative for the 35th District. And he also served as state senator from 2011 to 2019. He was the first Black senator elected in Oakland County history. And while his resume is extensive and impressive, and his political positions often gave him access to the political elite, it was his pure, genuine heart that makes him a hero in our eyes. His drive, his passion was for the people he served. And several weeks ago, while in hospice, despite his weakened state, my dad requested that I give a message to all of you. Facing death and not able to speak above a whisper, our dad was insistent that we hear his heart one last time. His message to all of us was this: please tell the people, this is why I ran. It was to help people. All I wanted to do was to help people. Don't forget to tell them that. I'm asking that everybody stand for a moment. Well, Dad, helping is what you did, and it's what you've always done. You stood for our country when you served in Vietnam. For years, you stood passionately for the rights of your constituents as a commissioner, a state representative, and a senator. You stood tirelessly for the voice of the unheard, advocating for veterans, teachers, Medicaid recipients, and the list goes on. So today, we stand for you. Yes. Today, we salute you. Today, we honor you. Today, we thank you for your inspiration, your drive, your passion. Your legacy will live on through your children and grandchildren. We will never stop fighting for change because you didn't stop. Thank you for being our hero today, tomorrow, and always. Dad, you have fought a good fight. You have finished your course. Now, you are receiving your reward in heaven. And we will never, ever forget to tell them about your legacy and passion for helping people. Thank you.
Amen.